Tonight on the North American Friends Movie Club.
Tom Cruise hunts for the truth.
Ving Rhames helps him get the proof.
And John Voight fights him on the roof.
We watch the 1996 American action spy film, Mission Impossible.
So grab yourself a big bowl of passports.
And slowly lower yourself into a highly secure movie-watching vault.
Because if we stop watching movies, we die, and we're not ready for heaven just yet.
That's a good one. Brent?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just got really into what he said. Because if we stop watching movies, we die, and we're not ready for heaven just yet.
Because if we stop watching movies, we die, and we're not ready for heaven just yet.
This is what it sounds like when we do a podcast. We're currently doing one. This is the North American Friends Movie Club, and you might notice something about the name of our show. And that's Friends comes before Movie Club, because it's more important than the movie club part of the show.
Yeah.
So I got to ask my two clandestine friends, how we doing?
Yes. Yeah. I think Brent or Nate should go first, because I talk first every podcast.
Okay, Brent, let's start with Brent.
Okay. I've developed an irrational fear of international travel.
I can see.
Yeah. I've listened to a podcast called Drop a Pin, and they talk about different places in the world and interesting facts and stuff. And they have a lot of guests that, well, they don't have a lot, but they had two guests in episodes that have been wrongfully imprisoned, in one in North Korea and one in the Philippines.
Well, that's their fault for going to North Korea.
Philippines, we feel bad for the Philippines guy. North Korea guy.
Well, he lived in North Korea. And he defected, and then he got caught again and sent back to North Korea in prison.
Dang.
I thought they killed those people.
Well, that's kind of what they do. They kind of just put you, when you're in prison there, they put you in these work camps and they work you to death. You only get I don't know, what he said, 50 grains of rice a day to eat.
50 grains? That's barely a spoonful.
Maybe 200. I forget the exact number. Either way,
I need 1,000 at least.
They would die because of starvation and stuff like that. And the Philippines guy was wrongfully accused of rape, and I've decided...
Was he?
Yeah. No, he was. He had an airtight alibi. He was 11 hours away when it happened. And
11 hours. Okay. We'll give it up for 11 hours.
Yeah.
10? I'm still questioning.
His wife was his alibi, and the woman that accused him basically was a crazy person that lived in the same building as him. Anyway, he was American, and they basically just wanted money for him, to bribe him to get out, and he would not pay them the money. He spent 5.5 years waiting for a trial, and he got out. But
in Taiwanese prison?
Philippines.
The conditions that he described, I just wouldn't survive. There's just no way.
I'd have paid. 5.5 years, I'd have paid.
Yeah, I would have paid too. But I feel okay, now I don't want to travel because of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not going to happen to you in Cape Breton.
No, I can talk my way out in Cape Breton, but I don't know any languages. So if I'm over, say, I don't know, pick a country.
America.
No.
Switzerland.
No, that's their peaceful people. Basically, what I'm trying to say, international travel for me is off the board because I can't survive an international prison.
Okay.
And I got a little bit of an attitude when it comes to being accused of doing something wrong when I didn't. And I think that would work against me.
Oh, you would come off very defensive, even if you were telling the truth.
And
You'd
sarcastic.
be popping tudes left and right.
So much.
Oh, yeah. I'd be shaking a bottle of tudes like a pill container. I also got my letter back from my therapist that she wrote, my initial psycho assessment. And it was very odd reading about yourself.
Oh, tell us.
How come you had to read about yourself?
Yeah, why did you choose to do that?
Oh, because they had to send it to my insurance because
Okay.
to see this guy can't do anything because of this.
This guy is.
This guy's fucked.
He's lame.
And it was a lot of educated words to describe me being fucked.
Neurotic.
And no, there was no neurotic
I'm
comments. That's just a dig. And maybe that will be my next session of why they're
Bullying.
trying to take digs at me.
Bullying.
So that was disorienting reading about yourself because it's like, that's finally after 3 years, I can see in black and white how I feel. And it was nice. It was nice.
Is it validating?
Yeah, but not in a good way.
Well, when we write those assessments, we don't write to your strengths.
No, trust me, dear. I know after reading it. There was nothing. I didn't come out of this feeling strong. Put it that way.
Not a single tweet screenshot. No numbers shown.
No,
Yeah.
like come on. I wrote. Come on. Oh yeah, it's getting kind of hazy. Throw that in there. Come on.
Come on.
That is not your best at all.
That's a good one, though.
but it's a good one. It's my
That's a good
favorite.
one.
So there's none of that. So it's just a lot of just how I feel, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I got a lot of work to do. And then I had to take a survey to describe my tiredness level, stress level, and depression level. And I scored off the charts.
I was going to say.
In the bad way, of course, in a bad way, not in the good way, off the charts. So that was interesting. So that's where I am with that. And
Are you more tired, depressed, or another thing? Which one are you the worst at?
Mostly it's a tie between fatigue and depression
Yeah.
because the way that she describes it, one feeds into the other.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're fatigued, you're more tired and stuff. And it was just, whatever. So I got that. Just I like to see in black and white because now I got something to work towards too. And my last thing I want to talk about is I don't know if you guys partook in this particular show that just came out on Wednesday, but American Manhunt series for O.J. Simpson.
I can't
No.
say that I have.
Not yet.
Holy shit! I'm only
There's
in
new evidence that we didn't know about. I know that.
Oh,
There can't be. How could there possibly
There
be
was a guy
new
that
evidence?
saw him dump the fucking shit in a trash can.
Damn.
Yeah, at the airport. He had a bag. He got picked up at his house after the limo came, picked him up at the house, but he wasn't ready yet. He said this limo driver saw him walk into the house, and then OJ said on the intercom, "I just got a shower. I'll be there in a minute." And then they were packing up his luggage, and Caitlin went to pick up this duffel bag, and OJ said, "No, I'll take that." And they said, okay. So OJ took that. And then they got to the airport, and this guy that was picking up his wife saw OJ get out of the limo, grabbed the bag, and then emptied the bag into a garbage can. And that guy was never...
He didn't testify.
He didn't testify.
Like, what? Where was he? Did he miss the trial?
I don't know what happened.
Did he miss that one?
I'm only episode and a half in. And then there was another woman that got into a road rage incident with OJ like 10 minutes after the time of death.
Yeah, he was probably pretty stressed.
Yeah. So she got a road rage, but she never got called to trial either. But she seemed sketchy to me because she said, I saw this guy in a car and it looked like a football player. I'm like, And then she said, I could hear him talk. I'm like, oh, I just watched Naked Gun. That's OJ. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I don't know about her. She never called a trial. But
he was very ubiquitous, though, in our culture. Like, Brent, you were my age. Didn't you know who OJ was back then?
Oh, yeah. He's the juice.
Yeah.
He was great. But even they found a brand new box that was purchased with a knife inside of it, a knife box. And that was never used as evidence.
Are you fucking kidding? And they didn't find the knife?
Yeah. And then he had bloody socks on his bed, black bloody socks on his bed. And that had Nicole's blood on them. And they were never used as evidence.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. I'm only an episode and a half in, and I'm blown away by... I can't wait to watch the rest of it. I was like... I had to pause it and go, oh my God, really? This is fucking insane. Like, what were we thinking? So yeah, it's a big thing. OJ, watch it.
You can get out of anything with enough money.
What do you guys think if I was internationally like abroad? What do you think I would get pinned for? What do you think I would get framed for? What crime?
Peeing in public.
I think I could definitely see you some photos of you smiling at the beginning of a show about a cruise ship murder.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he walks behind the steam stack here and there's no camera over there, and then something happens, and then a lady got thrown off. And
weird Twitter celebrity is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my nickname in high school was the Inquisitive Monkey, so I would.
That is the dumbest. Are you serious?
We've been through this.
Telling us that, yeah.
That's too long for a nickname.
There was me, which I was the Inquisitive Monkey, and my best friend was called the Intellectual Cobra.
Did you make these up for yourselves?
No, well, he made that up for me, and I made that up for him.
Yeah, it's like bros for life, you know? You got each other's backs.
No one comes out of the womb named Tiny. Someone has to give them a nickname, and that's what happened.
Okay, so he gave you that. Yeah.
Our group of friends, yeah. And I can't remember the other ones. I just remember the Intellectual Cobra, because he would come in with random facts out of nowhere. He would strike you with knowledge. And I was the Inquisitive Monkey. I would always like to learn about stuff and ask questions, but I did it in an annoying way.
I got a nickname from a Swedish woman.
What did she call you?
Gentle Princess.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Because I'm not. That's why.
So this is a Tiny situation. Big guy named Tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Big guy named Tiny.
And I'm not very princessy.
Yeah, I'm more of a queen.
I did laugh at a picture of you I saw of my bestie getting an award at her school for integrity. And the picture that you're in, you had a button up on and the sweater tied around your neck.
I wore that on purpose.
And I'd laugh because I'm like, fuck, she got your ass with that impression of you the day before, and you did it.
I fully embrace. I told you guys that I dress as if at any moment I could go onto a boat.
You got boat style. We have talked about this.
You are yacht rock.
Yeah.
I'm yacht rock embodied. But thank you for bringing up that my daughter did get recognized for the character trait integrity, which I was very proud of.
I saw it. She's taller than all our classmates.
I was going to say we got to get her hooping.
Yeah,
that was
she
the
should
first
be
thing
hooping.
that came to mind. Was we got to get her hooping.
Get her at the Y.
She's in the 95th or 98th percentile for height.
Get her in the WNBA.
And she's going to be 10, and she wears a size 8 in women's shoes.
Yeah, see, she's going to be in the WNBA.
No, she's not. She's not. She has no interest in sports. She's a wonderful dancer and singer, entertainer type artist.
Yes, she's not. She could be the first.
If she's not already playing, you're not doing anything in life.
We literally started this show talking about someone who is both a great athlete and a great performer. Now, some other stuff happened later, but earlier in the career, the juice was on it.
The juice Fair. We should start calling her the Juice.
She is interested in volleyball, so.
You can't really go pro though.
Listen, can we get her a D1 scholarship though, Brent? I'll settle for D1.
Yeah, but after that, there's no like professional volleyball league where you're listen.
No, that's okay. We get her a free education, get that scholarship. Then,
I know I only have like $6,000 saved for college. So
yeah, so we better get her some hand-eye coordination skills worked up here.
Yeah, see, this should be hooping. Just here's my advice to kids and parents of children right now. Get your kids involved if they're into sports, if they're into, say, I don't know, fucking volleyball, get them out. Put them in basketball.
I got a scholarship to college for singing, so I do think there's routes for the arts.
Okay.
Yeah, and now
I'm with Kate. Now we're getting her an arts scholarship. We need tap shoes. We need fucking.
No, and she does show choir, and she's the best one. And she moved up to so her choir is 4th through 6th grade. And she's so good and knows the dance moves and all the words that she's always in front. So she's in front of like the 5th and the 6th graders.
Damn.
Not to brag about our bestie Bill.
Absolutely to brag, and you should.
I do like her, even though she is occasionally not as kind to me. But I received that
I
as
don't
her
know
mother.
if I've ever seen her say one nice thing.
I just
Ugh.
feel like okay. I'm just tell her that her Canadian uncles Nate and Brent are very proud of her integrity awards.
I will.
I
And she
like
listened
integrity
to-
a lot.
I do too. And it's something that we really need to have more of here in this country.
I interrupted you, but what were you going to say?
Oh, she listened to the podcast that she was on it. She hates her voice.
Yeah.
She says she sounds like a little kid. I'm like, honey,
Yeah.
you're 9. It's okay.
Classic.
And I told her, because I had just read this, I said, when you go through puberty, your voice will drop a third of an octave. And boys, when they go through puberty, they drop a full octave. I was like, so your voice will lower. Because that's what she does. She's like, she makes fun of her. She roasts herself. She's like,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And then she was so embarrassed that we were talking about her. And it was wonderful because she never gets embarrassed.
She's going to hate this then.
Well, she probably won't listen to this one.
Why?
Because then we started talking about the Chiefs. She's like, okay, it's boring. Turn it off.
Okay. Listen, if you're ever looking for an honest review or an opinion, ask a kid. They'll tell you every
Ask
time.
a child, for sure. I wanted to share something with you guys if you're interested.
Of course.
Barry.
So, as you noticed, I was wearing my Celebrity Death Pool 10-year anniversary sweatshirt, and I would like to share my picks for this year with you. So, just like any kind of football, what's it called when football?
Fantasy football?
Fantasy football, thank you.
You're welcome. What's it called?
We get
football?
a keeper. So you get to keep somebody from your last draft. And I kept Big Daddy Kane because last year I did a R&B rapper theme. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then I chose let's see what you can glean from what I was doing. Okay, so my next pick was David Attenborough.
That's a good pick.
He is older. Then I picked June Lockhart, which is a actress who was very famous in the 50s and 60s. She was on Lassie and some other programming that our grandparents and parents would have watched. And then I picked Flava Flav.
That's off the board. He was. Did you see how lively he was at the Olympics?
There were some of these picks where I was scrambling. So there's going to be some oddballs. Then I chose Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because he's tall, and tall people don't live as long.
No, they die sooner. That's a good one.
Then I chose Stephen McKinley Henderson, who is a actor who, if you look him up, you would know him. He's been in things. He's from St. Louis, BT Dubs. Then I chose George Lopez.
I thought he was done so long ago.
Then I chose Nick Nolte.
Oh, Stephen McKenna. Yeah, I know that guy. He got the weird eyes in Dune. Yeah, he could die.
Yes, he's in Dune. Yeah. Nick Nolte, and then Robert Redford, who I was surprised that he's still alive.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's 88. And then my last pick is always the same. It's Katherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother.
She's still alive?
She's still alive. She's 96 or 94. And what happens is if I die, also I win and the trophy gets buried with me. Or if possible, I would like to use my skull, because right now on top of the trophy is a skull. I would like to use my skull as the skull on top of the trophy.
Okay, House of 10,000 Corpses.
Like your real skull. Okay, I like that.
Yes. So those were my picks this year.
Okay. I like Nick Nolte's probably a pretty good pick. He's looked old since the 90s, so.
Does anybody have Ric Flair?
I'm sure they do. Oh, and we have a website you can look at. Hold on, let me find it.
It's www.paypal/Kate, and the password is $1,000.
Here it is. Hold on. It's celebritydeathpool.org.
.org. You guys are
Oh.
official.
Yep, and it just has our picks on it. So I'm sure we have Ric Flair on there. The first pick of the draft was Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, that's good.
Who won last year, and who was their dead bodies?
Good question. Okay, so Jam, our friend Mary Jane, she won her second time winning, and her major points came from Shannon Doherty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's because do you get extra points if they're young?
So your points are the 100 minus the age.
What a great way to do it.
That's good.
And so
That's
I'm just
good.
wanting to have a point, period. So there's only two of us that have never had points, me and Jess. And I just want to be on the board. If
Yeah,
I get a
of
point,
course.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because I've never had a point.
Imagine this was done years ago in like the 70s or something. Someone picked Leonard Skinner.
Well, he was already dead.
the whole band went down in a plane crash. They would have won big time.
That's the band. Their name, Leonard Skinner, is named after their gym teacher.
Why?
Damn, Kate she came with the inside Leonard Skinner facts. Hard.
I
Like
am
top
an American from the Midwest.
Talk about Rip Flair fucking woo.
I just wanted to have a little jokey joke in the middle of the death talk.
That was
Won't
good.
let you.
And then you fact check the
Rejected
Leonard
it.
Skinner. I
And
was
the fact
gonna
check
go.
was a better joke.
Okay,
So-
I got one. I got a better one.
okay.
I got a better one. My picture, if my celebrity death pools in the 50, we were doing it, and I picked Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens.
There you go.
I definitely would have won that year, right?
I'm dead, baby.
Do you guys want to hear? Do
Jesus?
you guys want to hear all of our first round picks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Buzz Aldrin, Bam Margera,
No.
Joni Mitchell,
Yep.
Donald Trump,
No.
Wendy Williams,
Yep.
Danny Masterson.
Nope.
Oh,
He's in jail.
suicido.
Yeah.
But he's been in there for a bit.
Dr. Fauci,
Yep.
Roberta Flack,
Sure.
David Attenborough, Billy Ray Cyrus,
Yeah.
Victoria Jackson,
Mhm.
Wow.
and Bashar's wife. So the leader of Syria's wife.
Bashar al-Assad's wife.
Yes.
That's good. That's a really good pick.
That's
But
Joey.
they got out.
He does good. Anyway, so yeah, that's our picks this year. But anyone is welcome to visit celebritydeathpool.org to see, and it will be updated as the year goes on.
I think my Big Bopper joke was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What about you, Nate? What's new with you?
Well, it's been a very short turnaround since we last recorded. So we recorded on Wednesday, and then I edited on Wednesday night, released on Thursday, and then I had to watch the movie yesterday. So I've only basically done podcast stuff, and then it snowed 1 foot.
Did it really?
It's just been pouring snow out here.
Did you walk?
I did walk outside for 3 kilometers yesterday, and then I said, fuck this shit, and I got on the treadmill and watched Mission Impossible.
There you go.
It was miserable.
Can you give us some inside baseball with editing the podcast?
Yes.
How long does that take you?
I would say if everything goes according to plan and I'm able to reuse music from a previous episode, it will take between 5 and 6 hours.
Oh my God.
And then if I have to make music, it takes much longer.
Nate, thank you so much for what you do for us
Yes, thank you.
and
Is
all
there
the
any-
enjoyment for the peoples.
Is there anything when you edit you notice that we tend to do, and then you cut it?
You touch your microphone the entire episode. You can't
Yeah.
help yourself.
Yeah.
You just, especially if you get a little bit excited.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
You-
I start
you-
kicking my legs like a toddler.
Yeah, you start kicking those legs and the mic
Yeah.
goes wild.
Yeah,
Goes a
my little
wild.
legs go, they're flopping off the couch and they're hitting the
Like
desk.
Kermit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get it. Exactly. Thank you. I get excited. And that's something I notice that I do. I get excited and I move around a lot. I talk with my hands and my feet go out. Yeah.
And then we have to get Kate a microphone. Like this is a number one party because, like, for me, I have a big dynamic range. I will be very quiet sometimes, and then if I get excited, I get very loud. So I've like trained myself when I'm getting in, like when I'm speaking loudly, to like slightly angle my face away from the microphone so that it's like doesn't peak the microphone. But Kate's mic follows her wherever she goes because she's hooked up like Britney Spears to have this podcast. So no matter where she looks, it's going to be exactly as loud because the mic's going with her. So we got to get her a stationary mic.
Britney Spears is a good thing. Yeah.
What kind of I would love to. I just can't spend $300.
We're going to get you a $75 microphone, and it's going to make everyone's life so much better.
Here is a HyperX SoloCast USB condenser gaming microphone.
That is the exact one I use.
Well, I could get it tomorrow for $48.
$48.
Get that shit.
You guys, let's do it.
You have lost several good jokes to the sands of time because you peaked your microphone. Like there was
well, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, I should have said that earlier.
That's upsetting. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I also, in my cart on Amazon, have all of the product I need to create my own nail salon.
Ooh.
Because I got gel nails for Christmas. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and I might finance this large purchase with the microphone and my whole nail salon set.
Well, look at you go.
And so the next time you guys hear me, I'll have a new microphone.
Good, looking amazing.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Speaking of looking good, let's talk about Mission Impossible.
Hell yeah, this movie looks good as fuck. Let's talk about it.
I said, speaking of not being able to get a podcast microphone after 2 years, no, I fucked it up.
Yeah, that was
Kate
worse.
did a good one. Yeah, you gotta let her have it.
I know. It got me. I'm mad that she got me. And I'm still, honestly, I'm still not over the Leonard Skinner thing. But yeah, let's go. Let's continue.
Well, you have the assessment. You know that your frustration is high.
No, not my frustration, my fatigue.
Okay.
Speaking of fatigue, this intro's gone on quite a while.
Yeah.
It's my movie this week. It's my month. It's February's for franchises. And I picked that topic because I decided that I really wanted to watch Mission Impossible and I needed to figure out how to make that happen. And so I did. And I picked Mission Impossible as my movie. And I would really like Kate to tell us what happens in this movie.
Mission Impossible is about a spy named Ethan. And we open in the movie and we see John Voight getting a mission where he needs to steal back a list of all of the spies in Europe that has been stolen. And so it has the names of the spies and their code names. None of them are codenamed Jugs, which I find deeply upsetting. That was a great joke they missed. So they set up this whole, it's like Ethan and Emilio Estevez and John Voight and some other folks. And they go and they follow this guy who had at a big fancy to do at the assembly, not the assembly, what's it called? The whatever in Prague. It all goes to shit. And everyone is killed except for Ethan. Ethan is called in by the director of his whatever at CIA and is accused of being a mole. And we find out that this whole thing was a setup to find a mole that had been active in the CIA for 2 years. So we find Ethan going and figuring out who was wanting the information. Long story short, we find out that I liked this movie, but it's hard. I'm just not doing as good a job.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
People wearing masks.
Yes, he steals the real knock list. So it's called the knock list, which is the list of spies. He steals the real one from the CIA with the help of Ving Rhames and the
Our favorite
Russian
French actor.
Yeah, French, not Russian. French actor. We come to find out, and he tries to sell it to an arms dealer named Max, who turns out to be the lovely actress I love.
Vanessa Redgrave.
Vanessa Redgrave, thank you. And then he finds out that his mentor, John Voight, is actually the mole. And he finds that out because of seeing the Bible that he used to use Job 3:14. There's a big train sequence where the train is going so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a helicopter behind them. The helicopter is being driven by the Frenchmen. It goes into the channel. Very much action. And everyone dies except for Ethan, and they apologize to him. And that's as good as I can do. I'm so sorry.
You did just fine. You didn't really miss anything, and it's a complicated, twisty spy thriller. It's hard to remember. There's all sorts of names and disguises.
You're so gracious. Thank
passports. How do I transition, Brent? What's the move here?
Well, we went from one Mission Impossible to another Mission Impossible. That's describing this movie. So why don't we talk about some of our favorite parts of the undescribable movie?
I'll fucking take it, man. When
Yeah.
a man's
Dude, you
drowning and
landed
a guy throws him a rope, you grab a hold.
Oh, yeah, the rope may not
That
be
was
sturdy, but
wonderful.
it's a rope.
you. You're a real star.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to start by asking if either of you have seen this movie
I have not.
before,
Yes, I had seen it previously.
but it was your first time, Brent.
Yeah, and I realized in the first scene that I need to work on how I judge people. I never saw it, so I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't see the mask coming.
Well, yeah, no, not that. I didn't see the mask coming. You're right. But the scene where the airline attendant walked up to the guy and asked if he wanted a movie, and he said no. Then she asked John Voight, "Would you like to watch a movie?" And he said, "No, I prefer the theater." And I said to myself, I was on the treadmill, I said, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" She didn't ask that.
I thought the same thing, Brent. I
Yeah,
thought the
I'm like-
same thing. I said, nobody fucking asked.
She's just doing her job. Yeah, okay, Mr. Theater. I'm sorry we don't got a fucking stage here for you. Do you want to watch a DVD or not?
I'd have been like, oh, I don't like the theater. I like reading. Got your ass, bitch.
Yeah, like I was
Very
like, you
condescending.
bastard. Like she's just trying to do her job. And then she said, "Would you like the thing of, I don't know, Ukraine or whatever?" And then he
Prague.
watched. Sure. And then he
Oh
watched.
no, she did say Ukraine. Yes,
Who knows
Yeah.
what she said?
She
Who
was in
knows?
because they were in Kiev.
that's it.
And yeah, and then
Well, I mean, who knows?
I realized that he said that for a reason and that he wasn't being condescending. It was all part of the movie. And I was like, you know what? That's on me. I take responsibility to that.
Oh, damn. I didn't even realize that, Brent. You're saying that was part of the code words.
Yes.
Is that's what he says is I prefer the theater. And then she goes,
I knew
Would
that.
you like the
I
theater
got
of
that.
the Ukraine? Do you like
damn,
the theater of the
Kate's
Ukraine?
the best spy out of all of us.
Yeah.
And we don't know what country it is. Stop saying what country it is. We have no idea what country she said it was.
I'm sure there's no question on the quiz about that.
I don't know what country she said it was.
I'm like, why is Nate doing this? We can literally put the movie on right now and to settle this debate. I get you. So yeah, ultimately that's on me. I judge people too quickly. I learned from that, and I kind of gave myself a little chance to apologize out loud to John Voight's character.
I liked how this gave us the opportunity for some real old school spy shit when it erases the tape. Like this tape will self-destruct.
Mhm.
Well, that's what this podcast is going to do when people are done listening to it.
And then Nick was watching it with me. He was like, that ruins the tape recorder. Like, yeah,
What?
What is he working at the fucking budget committee or
What,
some
fuck?
shit?
but really worried about the
Oversight?
budget.
Nick MI6
He's so
Perkins?
cute.
What the hell's going on there?
He's so cute.
Well, you mean the smoke coming out of the tape recorder is not a good thing?
Did anyone think that John Voight was too old
Yes.
For that woman?
for that woman,
Period.
but also just in general
He's
to
moving
be
like shit.
doing these stunts and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
listen,
how old he was?
I'm going to guess he was like only 58, but he's moving like he's 70.
That's exactly his age. He's
Holy
exactly
shit.
58. Yes, during
Got
this
him.
movie.
It's a bad job.
Guess how old Tom Cruise was in this last one that he did?
58.
58?
Yeah, like 50, 59, 60. Yep, same age.
Wow. He's moving so much better than John Voight. It's crazy.
He's literally hanging off airplanes.
Motherfucking guys jumping motorcycles onto trains and shit.
Here's the thing with the casting of this movie. As soon as you see John Voight, you know he's not going to end up being a good guy.
Yeah, he was.
He has
So-
bad vibes.
He
does
has
have
really
bad
bad vibes. And this movie, actually, I was like, I don't think he's a very good actor. Like, he's very famous, but I don't think I've ever seen him be good at acting.
Well, because they all started acting like in way back when, before the internet and all that. And you do one thing and all of a sudden you're like the only person that can do that.
It's like
thing.
how, like the baseball record book before baseball was integrated kind of thing.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
this guy named fucking Timothy Wagner, fucking, yeah. Oil Can
Rusty.
Johnson or something did that. Yeah.
Oh my
Those
God.
guys.
Listen to this. John Voight has two brothers, Barry Voight, a former volcanologist.
No.
Yes.
No way.
What do you mean you're former? Why do you get at the game?
I don't know. It just says that on his Wikipedia, that his
probably,
brother was a
probably lost his
former-
wife.
Yeah.
former volcanologist at Pennsylvania State University.
All those Pennsylvania volcanoes.
And his other brother, James Wesley Voight, known as Chip Taylor, a singer-songwriter who wrote Wild Thing.
I think
fair.
I Love You.
Yes.
This
Wow.
family is
Baseball
insanely
movie.
talented.
This family and his daughter's Angelina Jolie, right?
Angelina. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was funny because there was a lot of posts on social media about Gene Hackman over the last few days because I think he just turned 95. And I couldn't help but think about him and how much better he would have done this John Voight role. Like, imagine if Gene Hackman was that guy.
He's a classic spy actor, Gene
God,
Hackman.
he would have been good. God, he would
Yeah.
have been good.
Yeah, but then he was the bad guy in The Firm, wasn't he?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's a gray. We'll call him a gray guy.
What about
He was in The French Connection, which is like a classic spy movie. And The Conversation, Enemy of the State. All
He's
those
a-
good.
Fantastic
you gotta be
actor.
careful the roles you take because you, especially when you're older, if you become synonymous with being a bad guy, you can't be in a movie you're not a bad guy in. Like, I
It's
knew the
true.
whole time John Voight was the bad guy right away.
Because he's not going to be the good guy in a movie.
I thought it was Kittredge because I had forgotten who was the bad guy. I thought it was the CIA director guy.
Kittredge is the character that I've watched this movie a lot. But on this most recent rewatch, I was like, Kittredge is the star of this movie. His performance is insane in the best way. He's whispering, he's doing little voices and little mannerisms. Like, it's so fucking good.
I also
Dynamic.
knew he was bad when he fell over the bridge into the water. That was too dramatic.
It was too dramatic.
Just fall to the right. Don't fall to the left.
I couldn't figure out how he got his wrist to the right angle to make it look like he shot himself. I'm like, I don't have that kind of wrist dexterity.
Did he actually shoot himself?
Or pretend to shoot himself.
He pretended
Because
to shoot himself.
He
yeah.
pretended to. And then that whole thing when he finally meets up with Ethan, when they're at that table that you top, and so all of that's acting, but he was sweating.
It's
Profusely.
a very sweaty movie. Even when Tom Cruise is searching on the internet trying to find Job 316, like the very earliest internet, and he keeps typing in stuff like
Oh my God. I cannot.
Bible.com.
Who's the spy?
But he's like sweating the whole time during that scene. I'm like, this is a sweaty movie.
I kind of like that internet. And I think email should be that way. Email, like when when you send an email, you should see the letter
Those
flying.
graphics.
Yeah.
Oh, a little flying letter. Yeah.
Yeah, because that way you know it's gone. Now I'd have no idea what happens when I hit send.
You've got mail.
It just
Did
goes
you guys
back
have
to the
AOL?
screen. No,
I
we were
did.
Canadian.
Yeah, we didn't have AOL.
Are
in
you
Canada,
fucking
but
kidding?
I
They
did have
couldn't let
early
you
ones.
have it?
We had simpatico.
That
I
means
can't remember whose ours
get
was.
along.
There you go.
You mentioned that two-top scene. I love that scene because they do a really interesting thing for the movie, which is John Voight is talking to Tom Cruise and he's explaining that he thinks Kittredge is the mole and he's lying about it to Tom Cruise. But as he's lying, Tom Cruise in his mind is putting it together
Yes.
and you're seeing John Voight do all the shit that he's lying about. And I was like, that's actually really fucking interesting because most movies would have you believe that Tom Cruise is believing him, but you know so early that Tom Cruise knows he's full of shit. I was like, that's a super interesting choice.
And then it makes his interactions later on have more interest in them. You
Yeah.
kind of see his motivation. Yeah, I agree. That was a good choice. And Brian De Palma, so that's the director. He directed some really great things. And then, like, this was the last good thing he directed.
Yeah,
Like-
he's had a very strange career.
Yeah, that would suck. I feel like that. I know sometimes you guys were talking about, like, I just want to be in one thing and have one good line. Like, but I feel like that and Brian De Palma's career, I would have no interest in. Either I would be mediocre the whole time or like an auteur.
He's even, his story was probably even more frustrating because he was kind of like everybody in that group of directors, like Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas. They were all this kind of like group of friends, and they all looked up to Brian De Palma. He was like their older brother, and they all copied him and were like, he's the man, he's the man. All of them, if you see them interviewed, were like, he was the guy. And so for him to watch then everybody become so much more successful than him and surpass him, it must be really interesting.
Ugh.
This movie kind of gave me an idea. When I was watching it, and I thought about like spy stuff, and they were on the plane. I'm like, commercial aviation is an excellent way to mass brainwash people. You get them up in the air. They're a little disoriented as it is. You control the flow of oxygen, so you could slow it down a little bit, maybe pump some neurological gas that doesn't kill people but makes them susceptible to messaging. And then there's screens in front of them, and everyone stares at the screen in front of them, and then you can put your message through the screen. A little something to put in the back of your mind there, that maybe that we're being hypnotized by commercial aviation.
Or if there's any like aspiring villains listening, like that might be one way to get your plotting going.
That could get me in a little bit of hot water that I don't need to be in. I'm just saying, put it in the back burner. It could be, and it might be a good movie idea.
You never know.
I've given out so much gold on this show for movies.
I'm going to be so fucking mad when I see the trailer for Jungle Gym and we didn't get any money for it.
Dude, people are still talking about Jungle Gym. We really missed the boat on that one. Yeah. We should have just stopped everything.
People are still talking about
Adam McKay, if you're listening.
Nate, you were tagged in a message the other day about fucking Jungle Gym.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a year later, and the masses are clamoring for it.
They're clanking like weights in the jungle.
We should have stopped everything with the show, and just the three of us should have put all our resources. Forget the Hypercast microphones. Yeah. Pen to paper. Let's
Cabin
put the work
in the woods.
Let's get this.
Kate's
produced.
on the typewriter for some reason, and me and
Yep.
Brent are just pacing. We're just
What about
pacing.
this? And you guys are biting on pens.
No, I would be scouting locations. I would have you guys could give me a walkie-talkie. Then you could tell me, hey, what about this? I'm like, no, and then I'd be like in the forest looking.
And
at
this
things.
is how we get Brent into Africa and how he gets incarcerated.
Yeah, because I start fucking around with the chimps. Yeah, I get too close with the monkeys, and then
Yeah.
See, this is, but we can
Full
just
circle.
CGI the monkeys. And,
Great storytelling, guys.
Yeah. Listen, I need to get my mitts on some of this exploding gum.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like I had questions. I was like, if you break off a little corner from one side and a little corner from the other side, can you get a little explosion?
It's a good question.
I think it all has to be.
You gotta have full.
Yeah, I think
it's
if
all
you
the
break
juices.
it, if you break it, it's you break something. Yeah, I think it's all science, and it has to be the right concentration of mixture for it to work.
I think it would have been cooler if they had to chew it.
I really liked when Emilio said, "Don't chew it." It's like, because that's what I would have said too. Done a
It
little
would have
joke.
been picture if you had to chew it and then blow a bubble, and that's how it explodes.
I can't.
Love it.
So I'm just going.
You can't blow a bubble?
No, I can't. Never could.
Your little delicate mouth?
It's one of my biggest baseball shames, Kate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can perform every athletic part of baseball except for blowing bubbles and separating sunflower seeds inside my mouth.
Really?
Can't do it.
You got.
And you've probably never
I'm not a
chewed
mouth
before.
athlete. I'm just
You're
not a mouth athlete.
No mouth
not good
acting.
mouth
I
work.
chewed one time, accidentally swallowed it, puked. No, I'll never do it again.
Yeah, it's gross.
I just picture you at the table with Kittredge and your gum flies out of your mouth. He's
I
like,
just go,
is that the red like gum? And then you just take your plate and throw it at the fish tank.
See, I think it needs moisture in order to stick to things, but I guess it's like sticky. It's like silly putty. That's what it must be.
Well, once you make contact, you only got 5 seconds. The detonation starts with the contact. Then he threw it at the fish tank, and then a lot of
Kate's right,
fish
to get
died.
it to flatten against that fish tank, he must have thrown that thing, I'm going to guess 93 miles per hour.
He's a professional b-ball player.
He fucking launched that thing.
Those poor fish. I felt bad. about
Those
the
were
fish.
dead. I commented to Nick about that. I said if those were real fish, they'd be flopping around more. They were just
yeah.
straight
think
dead
that
on the
the-
ground.
Even in 97, they're like, you can't just kill 700 fish.
And the fact that their home was blown up with a fucking Hiroshima-sized explosion. Yeah, I imagine they're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and the guy flew through the air one time. It was like 30 feet.
Yeah.
It was.
He got launched.
I love that.
Too many double agents, triple agents.
A lot of double, triple agents.
I don't like that. I could never trust anybody
Who is your favorite agent?
in that movie.
I liked Veen Grimes.
I was going to
myself.
say, as for agents, he's my favorite. It's not my favorite performance, but he's my favorite agent.
He's the best person in the
Yeah.
movie.
Why does he look like that when he is the guy that hacks? He's giant.
It's
He's
very
a giant
funny.
hacker.
Like, hackers do not lift that much.
Yeah, like he should have been He should have been where Krieger was holding up Ethan. That whole scene.
Yeah.
But then again, I do kind of like that though. Because he's so
It's a little
proud of
different.
being good at hacking, and it makes me happy for him. Like he's
Maybe
so
he
proud
has a
of himself.
physical ailment where he can't be the muscle like me. I couldn't be the muscle.
Well, I know in real life he is like actually does have like trouble like running and stuff like that. But
There you go. Solved
you
it.
can see
He
Tom
does?
Cruise puts him in every Mission Impossible movie, and they always like cut it in a way where he never has to do any running. It'll be like show him standing up, getting ready to run, and then like arriving at the place. Like, okay, yeah, they're working around it.
We did get to see Tom Cruise run within the first
Sprint.
fourth, and he sprints on his toes. He's like a true Olympian sprinter.
He's an athlete. Tom Cruise is an athlete. I thought that watching this movie.
very active.
His teeth were not his final product teeth either.
No, they were.
Oh, I didn't notice.
He was working his way up. It was
Yeah.
it was a transitory tooth from his Outsiders teeth to his Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning teeth.
Yeah. That's what, I noticed that as well. And my last note is, I don't know if one of the things in my job description where I have to be trained to be a ghost is a good thing. I don't think I would make a good spy.
I'd make a terrible spy.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think because me and Kate on a mission. We go to a restaurant, 2 glasses of
what
wine.
Are you up till?
We get to loose lips.
2 glasses of wine, and you start saying shit like,
exactly.
So you know Morse code?
Yeah, you want to see some cool gum? Pass me the pen, Kate. The pen was very cool. Where she shoots the poison from the pen into the glass.
Absolutely zero chance that she would have got that away with that with me. Like a woman like that sits down next to me.
Oh yeah, put Ving Rhames in that situation.
Like, you kidding me? Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep reading the newspaper. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, she was beautiful, and she's sitting next to him, and yeah, she squirts the. Yeah, you're right.
And I can't. And they in the CIA, Langley just lets firemen come in. That to me is unbelievable.
Well, the most unbelievable.
If you put on a uniform and walk confidently, you can get into a surprising amount of places.
Apparently,
100%. That is the way to do it. You because everybody that works there is too busy, and they don't want to be responsible for another thing.
Like, no one would ever think to do that. Dress up like a fireman.
No, that's the way to do it. Dress up as yeah. And the most unbelievable part, there's 2, is he would not survive that. The explosion wouldn't have pushed him back onto the train.
That was good, though.
But it was good. That's why they call it Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
And my only problem with the scene where he was lowered into the vault computer, so you need a 6-digit code and a double-coded badge to get in. Then you have to do a retinal scan. And then this room inside the vault is, if it goes off by 1 degree, alarms go off. Any kind of moisture makes the alarms go off. That's all great, but there was no camera inside of it. You would think you would have some guy just manning the screen watching the camera. But no, that's fine. And that's fine. But I just note things that we notice.
And that's an easy solve, too.
Yeah, especially at CIA headquarters, they got the cameras. They got the wires.
Yeah,
right.
All the equipment's there. Just why, if we're scanning eyeballs, we might be able to just put a camera in, just in case.
I loved the set design for that vault, how the floor has lights on it that are like white when it's in operation and red when it's bad and black when he's out of the room. It's like, that's a very silly to have as a design. They're like... bring in a lighting designer to design the floor, but I really appreciated it.
Like, it was designed to be broken into. Like, exactly.
Like, this better look sick as hell if someone breaks in.
Exactly.
One pet peeve, but I appreciated it, is that everything was labeled so clearly. Like, all of this work to get into the computer system, and it's like, list of spy names.
Yeah. I also liked in that room, they had a really big sign that was like security measures on or off. It's like, that's a large sign for this.
Oh, love it though.
All right. Well, let's try to solve the Mission Impossible quiz. I'm assuming there is one.
It's time for the Impossible 7.
Yes. 7 in heaven.
Oh.
We will start with Kate this week. And...
Codename Jugs.
Codename Jugs.
Agent Jugs, are you there?
I am here.
And you know what? I think I'm probably going to get a point on this one. In the first scene of the movie, Jim Phelps is asked by the flight attendant if he'd like to watch a movie. What country does she suggest? She says, would you like to watch the cinema of... And it could be any of these. I want to remind both of you.
Yep.
Hungary, Slovakia, Ukraine, or Romania?
I'm going to go Ukraine.
I want to get points, but I also think that it is what Kate said to Ukraine.
You're both correct. It is the home of some of my best friends.
Yep.
It's a point for both of you.
Sorry for ruining your question earlier.
It's fine. It's cool. Tom Cruise wears a mask and pretends to be Senator John Waltzer. What state does the senator represent? Virginia, Tennessee, Georgia, or Alabama?
Okay, so my gut is saying I just have to go with my gut. I'm not going to overthink it. Georgia.
Tennessee.
Damn. It's going to be Tennessee, isn't it?
Unfortunately, one of you got shot and pushed over the bridge, and the other one got stabbed against a fence because he was from the great state of Virginia.
God.
Oh, shit.
I should have known it wasn't fucking Georgia.
Home of Langley. If the mission is aborted, what time are they supposed to meet back at the flat? I think this is said somewhere between 700 or 800 times in the movie. The mission is aborted. What time are they supposed to meet back at the flat? 0300, 0400, 0500, or 0600?
I remember because he put his fingers up.
I remember. Yeah, you're going to answer?
Or
Yeah, you did that wrong.
I did.
You did just save that.
I remember because Tom Cruise aggressively questioned her, and she yelled out 4 times, a bunch of times.
Yeah,
she goes, weird.
Yeah, it was very weird and awkward.
She goes, 4 a.m., 4 o'clock, 0400, and then the church bell rings 4 times, just in case you didn't get it. Point for both of you.
They were trying to make them have sexual tension, right?
Yeah, they were. It's a part that I feel like maybe there was a scene where they like hook up that was cut out of the movie or something, because even Jon Voight does a little like, I'm sure she was really upset, and whatever she had to do she had to do what she had to do. Like he's saying, it's okay that you slept with my wife.
He said, yeah, thou shalt not cover my neighbor's wife.
No, and he made that crass comment about getting a taste.
I've tasted the goods.
Ugh.
Yeah, you could tell she didn't like that. She realized at that moment she fucked up.
Yeah. His old balls.
When Tom Cruise meets Max for the first time, we see the disc that was stolen. How much storage does the disc hold? 200 megabytes, 230 megabytes, 250 megabytes, or 275 megabytes?
Oh. And it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 275.
I'm going to say 275.
I'm going to say I get a point and we're all tied up because it was the very normal storage size of 230 megabytes.
That's not normal.
Totally normal increment for a disc to be. Ving Rhames plays Luther Stickle, a.k.a. the Net Ranger, a.k.a. Phineas Freak. What system was he famous for hacking? NATO StealthCom, NATO CyberCom, NATO GhostCom, or NATO ShadowCom?
Oh my God, that's such a good question.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
I'm going to say NATO Ghost.
I'm going to say NATO Shadow.
I'm going to say Kate's in the lead because it was NATO GhostCom. 3-2-2 with 2 questions left. When Max is on the train, we see a list of the agents and their code names. Which code name did I make up? Scorpion, Gray Man, Cableface, or Cowboy?
I just think I know you well, and I think it has to be Cableface.
I have to guess that too.
Well, I did a little espionage on both of you because I knew you would think that I said that, but I did not. I made up Cowboy.
Cableface is the kind of name where you come up with for one of your stories. And I'm like, well, you already used Cableface 2 stories ago.
Yeah.
That's
the
how
minute
confident.
I saw that, I was like, I got this.
Rude.
I would have bet the whole house on that one.
Okay, me and Kate are tied. Brent Scott too. Can he tie it up? In the final scene of the movie, Ethan is asked by the flight attendant if he'd like to watch a movie. What country does she suggest? Aruba, Jamaica, Bermuda, or the Bahamas?
Who was it? Mine?
8. Yeah.
I don't remember. Aruba.
Listen, let's not insult my intelligence. First of all, listen.
What's the opposite of a gold medal for acting?
Yeah. I'm not a fucking idiot. You're not a spy. This is not a mission that you're on. We're not trying to win any awards for acting. That was the worst poker face I've ever seen in my life. You win the quiz. Congratulations. Because we both know that the answer is fucking Aruba. You knew as soon as he said in the final scene, you knew Aruba popped into your head. I'm so mad that you tried to fake me out that way.
She tried so hard.
Like I'm a toddler and you're trying to trick me into putting like fucking a pill into a piece of cheese.
No, I love it because Kate learned earlier in the quiz. She blew it and she wasn't going to do it twice.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that back.
I thought I
hear
was
that
tied.
performance.
Wasn't I tied?
You won?
You were tied. I needed to get that one to win.
In my head, I did what I never do, and I was talking mad shit on myself in my head, and I never do that, and it worked.
I don't know. Was it Aruba? I don't know. I fell asleep.
So even if you got it right, you wouldn't have tied?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
It was a clean win.
Clean win for Kate.
Oh, that was funny. I'm so sorry. I thought it sounded more believable than apparently it did.
That was great.
It's in the history of 2 years of the show, not once did you go, oh, you never made that noise ever.
Yes, I did. Do you remember last week? I made a horrible sound for like 30 seconds thinking.
But 30 seconds, but you never did the way you just did it. And it was an insult to everything that this show stands for.
Well, I guess codename Jugs is the superior.
KIA.
Jugs pulled it off, and all poison pen is KIA. Yeah, nice.
Well, I give that segment a gold medal. Would you guys like to give this movie some medals?
Sure would. I
all
would.
3 kinds.
It's impossible not to give out a bronze without giving out a silver and a gold.
Yeah, let's do medals.
Bronze medals, guys. Who's getting our bronze? Our bronzies?
I'm going to give mine to Jean Reno, who is a great actor, and he's great in everything he's in. But in this movie especially, he is making some of the funniest bad guy faces I've ever seen. Like, you know what this guy's thinking at all times, and I really appreciated that. Like, it's like, I can really tell he's thinking about stealing that disc right now. He's not. His eyebrows are going crazy.
I had a question about him. How did he kill the rat in the vent?
That is what I was going to ask.
I watched it back too, and I was like, I think what they're trying to say is he let go of the rope and killed the rat with his knife. But I'm like, it's too fast. He lets go of that rope, and there's no time to kill that rat. I watched it frame by frame.
I thought he bit it. I know that's not true, but that's what I'm thinking.
To me, he snapped its neck. Like he grabbed it, twisted his head, broke the neck.
I'm giving my bronze to John Voight. I think he's weird. And I was glad that he was the bad guy and died.
Yeah, I think he's so weird I can't give him a medal. So I'm giving my bronze medal is going to I'm down between 2, but I'm gonna have to go with Ving Rhames. Ving Rhames, he gets the bronze. He played a hacker that looked like a linebacker. And he wanted the equipment when he was done with it, which is you don't see a lot in spies. They want, I like that.
Mm.
And I like Ving Rhames
He cut
overall.
a good deal.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to do, and he gets the bronze medal.
I'm going to give my silver to Henry. I don't know how you say his last name. Sersney?
Sersney?
Charney.
Charney.
He's Canadian.
I'm giving it to Kittredge.
Henry Charney. That's the pronunciation.
I thought he was super weird and super great, and I'm surprised I haven't seen this guy in a bunch of movies. Like, I'm sure he's been in a million things where he's like the director of the CIA, the director of the FBI, the director of the state investigation. Like, I'm sure he's in a million movies like that. But
he was in Schitt's Creek.
Was he?
He played an episode. He played Artie. Yeah.
I'm going to give my silver medal to Thomas Cruise, who stars as Ethan Hunt. He was really doing the work. He's really there and action-y.
He gives you all the Tom Cruise stuff. He runs, he yells, "They're dead! They're all dead!"
Yeah, I like this Tom Cruise not as much as I like other Tom Cruises, and after this, to me, it's kind of a downhill. So
okay. My silver medal is going the same as Nate, is Henry Tierney. He played Kittredge. He did a great job. He got to talk on a red phone, which is serious.
Hell yeah.
And he, instead of putting the person on hold, he just trusted that he covered the receiver with his hand to give out the important details, which I like.
Yep.
And we all thought he was going to be the bad guy. He wasn't. And it turns out he was just, he wasn't the mole. And I like his performance, so he gets a silver medal.
Good.
Gold medals.
I'm giving my gold medal to Vanessa Redgrave. I think Vanessa Redgrave gives the best performance in this movie by far. I think she elevates Tom Cruise 10,000 degrees every time they're on screen together.
Was she horny?
They have better chemistry than Tom Cruise has with his literal wife.
Nicole Kidman.
Yep.
Literally. I could have watched a movie. I could have watched December May romance movie between these two, and I would have watched every second of it.
She seemed horny for a bad guy.
She was extraordinarily horny for him. She gently touched his earlobe.
I like it. I like that.
She has piercing blue eyes, which is why she also got my gold medal, because she is she elevates anything she's in. She has so much ease and so much gravitas. I just love it. I loved every freaking scene she was in, and we needed more of her.
Yep.
My gold medal goes to Thomas Cruise. I mean, come on. He's doing it all. He's in his 60s. He's still doing all the stunts. He's the best agent they got. They're dead. They're all dead. He got on top of the train, and then that must have been a huge fan when they were
one of the biggest fans in Hollywood.
And just my hair would not look right if I was on top of that train and the hair was being blown down like that.
Brent would fall off because he's trying to fix his hair. Yeah,
I would look like the Crypt Keeper guy, I'm sure. So good for him for dealing with that and jumping off trains and almost getting decapitated by a helicopter, which just in itself is a wild scene. So gold medal, Thomas Cruise, kind of a weirdo, but he's our weirdo.
The man loves movies.
He does.
He loves the movies.
Popcorn. Did you ever see that clip of him eating the popcorn?
No.
Where he says, "Oh, I have to have my popcorn. I love my popcorn."
He's got to. Because, there's a bunch of actors who are like, I don't even care about acting. I don't even care about the movies. I'm so cool. And Tom Cruise is like, all I do is think about movies. Yeah. This morning I woke up and I thought about a movie, and then I got in the shower and I thought about a new movie, and then I called my producer to talk about another movie that I was going to do because I love the movies.
Basically, that's all I do too. I come up with movies. I just don't do anything about them.
You're the Tom Cruise of this podcast.
I am the opposite of Tom Cruise, where I think of movies, but I don't do them. Okay.
Excellent segment as always, both of you.
Thank you, as you as well.
Thank you.
And I would like to give you both a gold medal. I would like to give you both a 10 out of 10 for that. That's
also good. 10.
Thanks.
And speaking of 10s out of 10s, would you guys like to give this movie a rating?
Sure would.
Yes, sir.
I have watched this movie 100 times. I fucking love this movie. So I am going to be very biased. The script for this movie. What did you guys think of the script, the story, the mystery of Mission Impossible 1?
I thought it was easy, like in a nice way, not in a critical way. I thought it was very easy to watch. I'm going to give it an 8.
It's a Mission Impossible, but it kind of seems like low stakes for what they were looking for. I mean, they were looking for that fucking a list of spies, so it doesn't really affect me. So I think that could have been the risk could have been higher, an 8.
I think this script is great. It's tight. It's under 2 hours. They get this thing taken care of. There's not a wasted moment. There's no point in the movie where I was like, this is boring, or we don't need this, or we could have lost this. I think it's as good as it's going to get for a spy movie. I'm giving it a 10.
Okay.
The art direction for this movie, the props, the sets, the costumes. Again, I think I just loved everything. I loved the look of all their little gadgets. I loved that vault scene, and yeah, I think everything in this movie looks great. I'm giving it a 10.
I have to go 9. I'm going 9 because I liked all the gadgets. I didn't like the sunglasses on the woman.
Oh, like the tan colored ones.
Yeah, we could have spotted her right away. And I didn't like the 90s overall aesthetic of the hair. And I don't like the long Inspector Gadget type coats. That just gives you away. So that's a 9 for me.
I think I'll give it a 9 too.
That's what I like to hear.
Tom Cruise's hair is really bad, like
I
around
liked his hair.
ears. I was like, we don't do that anymore. Like who cut his hair around his ears?
Yeah.
The music for this movie, which I did not realize until I watched it this time, is Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
And I was really listening. I listen every time I watch these movies now. I listen to the music a lot more than I used to because I'm always trying to think of what kind of music I'll do for the podcast. And so right off the start, this music grabbed me and I thought was so interesting. Great. The theme is the worst part, and the theme is great. I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you can argue with it. It's an iconic score, so I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, usually I'm against going to the same song over and over again. I remember there was a movie that we watched that played the same song over and over again. I forget what movie it was. But the other parts like elevated where they should have elevated the movie. I like that. So I'm going to give it a 10 as well.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like it is quite present through the whole movie, and then that makes that scene in the vault so much more intense because it's completely silent for that whole scene. I thought that was works super well. The theme for this movie, this is an American action spy film. You need some action, you need some spies. I don't know a better one. I don't know of a better one. 10 for Nate.
Why does it have to say American?
Because if it was a British spy thriller, it'd be James Bond.
But it takes place in Prague, London, and...
But it's the CIA, so it has to be American.
Oh.
I'm giving it a 9. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed revisiting it, but I feel like there's other spy movies which are not coming to mind, but I know that there are some I like more.
It gets a 9 for me because it has the cool gadgets and the double agents, of course, which is a requisite of all these movies. But like I said, the stakes for the main goal could have been higher. Like I don't give a fuck about.
They didn't reinforce it very much to be like, if this list gets out, everyone is going to get shot in the back of the head. Like 75 of the most important agents in the world are going to get yoked.
But they're not the best agents
Trump
in the world.
Trump will be elected.
If they could be found. If they're not trained to
But
be
it's not
ghosts.
their fault that they got found. They didn't do the list.
Don't make the list.
Yeah, that's the CIA's fault.
8, actually. Dropped it to 8.
Wait,
You kept digging, and it made me more upset about it. 8.
I already did the math. God damn it. Gotta put in the new number. And then this month, February is for franchises.
Franchises.
As far as franchises go, how do you guys feel about the Mission Impossible franchise?
Well, there's 40 of them, so it gets a 10.
Yeah, it's really evolved. It's really changed. There's only one bad movie out of the bunch, and the rest of them are all super fun and awesome to watch. There's one with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Can you even believe that?
Can't.
I've only seen one other one besides this one, and I just saw this one for the first time. The other one I saw had to deal with cholera, that disease. And I like that, so this gets a 10 as a franchise.
Yeah, all of the movies, they are very fun. They are very fun, especially the ones where there's a 3 with Rebecca Ferguson, she's in Dune, and she's a super interesting actress, and she's so good in those movies. I'm going to give it a 10. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. This movie gets a 46.9. I'm quite pleased with that. Pretty damn good.
46.9. 46.9. The Grinch got a 46.9.
Oh, Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey Grinch. Now, who's picking the next movie?
It doesn't matter. I have one. Do you have one?
I have several.
Ooh.
So you go ahead.
Okay. This is probably, I don't know if you guys are going to get mad at me. This is probably the longest movie I've chosen.
No.
And that movie is my favorite movie of the franchise of The Dark Knight.
That was one of mine.
Too fucking bad. Because I'm taking it.
The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises. Heath Ledger as the Joker. That one.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. 2008. I was going to do The Dark Knight Rises.
Is that Bane?
That one's the Bane one?
Because I prefer Bane. But yeah, let's do Dark Knight.
I was born in the darkness.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. I was going to pick that one, but I just too many Bane impressions. I thought it would ruin it.
Luckily, we'll get the best of both worlds because we'll watch the movie that Bane's not in, but I have a feeling we'll probably all do some Bane stuff during it. So.
They expect one
also,
of us
the
in
Dark
the
Knight gets higher scores than Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, it's much, much better movie. I've watched that one a bunch of times, but I think I only watched Dark Knight once, and I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Was that the Joker one?
Yeah, the Heath Ledger one's the much better one in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a good episode because this is a very big movie among people that watch movies, I feel.
I haven't seen this in quite a while, actually, so it'll be fun to revisit.
Me neither.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, that means all that's left to do is say good night, Kate.
Good night, Kate.
Good night, Kate.
It's a funny world we live in.
July 18.
We're tonight's entertainment.
Can you avenge evil?
Where is he?
And not become it?
It's all part of the plan.
The Dark Knight. Rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX July 18th.
I don't remember. Aruba.